I am going to walk you through our current core capsule. This is the Liam blazer. You may already have a classic black blazer, and this definitely is going to provide a different, more modern option for you. Anywhere from that to this, so then you can see when you pull up the sleeves, that changes it again, and then the full button. I'm drawn to a classic blazer at this point. I definitely want something that feels cool. This is the Stella pant. Worn with something a little bit more fitted, it can read as a more classic trouser. It's never gonna read as super classic because they are oversized and do have this dropped crotch. The dropped crotch actually is worth mentioning because it gives me room to pull it up and wear it high-waisted or even as like a paper bag waist. It also looks very cool, pulled a little lower, worn in a more casual way. A white button down. It is oversized, so it definitely gives a point of view, and it definitely feels more polished. The fabric is a little bit smoother and nicer. It feels a little bit more elegant. It has a really beautiful drapey long back, which just gives you that oversized nature, which is going to allow for more versatility. It also has these side slits that actually are functional. If you want to tie it at the waist, it looks very intentional. This is the dewy tank. I really love how thick this fabric is. It really makes it feel like a choice and not just like a random t-shirt that you picked out of your closet. A refined option can help elevate even something like denim. If you do denim in the white button down and this tank underneath, it's going to feel dialed and put together and really add to your personal style. One of the items on our list is something striped, and that can be anything from a t-shirt, tank top, to a button down, just to add some interest with not only the color but also just the pattern. It can be worn not only as a button down but as a jacket with the sleeves rolled up around the waist as a styling tool. If tucked into the Stella pant with this type of a structured button down, you're going to definitely feel appropriate for the office. When everything is flat, it can feel one-dimensional, whereas adding this leather piece adds some interest. This one feels very relevant and modern. The bomber silhouette adds a lot of ease. The hood feels very off-duty, laid back, and it can go anywhere from being just an afterthought throw-on to, I think, like being the star of the show. The versatility of a slip dress is what makes it really worth the money, I think. This one in particular adds a little bit of sexiness and femininity, but it's still very simple and sophisticated. This is not a one-time wear situation. With a heel and the Liam blazer, I think that really gives you a dressy option. But I also think you could do something like this tank top underneath and wear it with flip-flops, and it can be something that you're running around. It's nice to have a couple of options in the denim category. These are just super classic and timeless. It doesn't feel trendy at all. It's not exaggerated. It's very versatile. You can cuff the bottom and wear them with flats, but also they look great with a heel. They just give a casual option. The wash on these is seasonless. They're just kind of like a great wear all the time denim. We've got a cashmere sweater on the list. The heather gray just really tones a lot of things down and has a lot of ease to it. I also really love the crew neck here. I think it feels current. It's not so thick that you can't wrap it around your waist. It feels like something you can throw on and not think about and wear with literally anything in this capsule. Field jacket is important here because it adds an element of ruggedness that tones down some of the more refined pieces. What makes this one really cool to me is the funnel neck, which just makes it feel a little bit more modern. You can cinch this waist and kind of turn it into more of like a bomber fit if you want. A good black tote is a must-have piece in any capsule wardrobe. Love the suede. It gives a little texture and it's going to patina in a really nice way. I also love the fact that this does not have any logos on it, but if you know what these are, you know. I have several Jerome bags and they are lifetime pieces for me. If you're wearing the field jacket and it's not feeling maybe as intentional as you want, and then you pair it back to this bag, it definitely elevates that. These are going to add a feminine touch and definitely a slim factor. So with these oversized trousers and the more masculine jackets and things, this is going to give you that balance for those. I actually just think it adds interest to bring in a brown shoe. It literally is grounding. Burgundy ballet flats. These are cool because they're not your typical ballet flat. The scrunched leather makes them feel a little bit more modern and intentional. Definitely want to have some sort of flat option to round out the capsule. These are great with a dress like this to tone this down and make it easy and feel relaxed. I love the color combination here. I also love the burgundy with gray. They're a modern take on a classic ballet flat. I've been really drawn to these kind of big, chunky silver pieces that just really catch your eye. They make a really big impact, but they are extremely lightweight. And then these actually are a little bit more substantial. They do have some weight to them, which I actually really love because they feel good on your arm. A lot of people are trying to create a wardrobe that works for them, and when you're building that, it does help if the pieces have a timeless feel to them, but yet still feel current and relevant. Comment link and I can send you the link to all of these.